Quad Cities has 40 folks here from mayors, city administrators, business leaders, a great constituency from the Quad Cities, and we're really here to make sure that Springfield has a sense of what we're doing in our part of the state to help the state of Illinois to be successful.
I think it's very important the group comes together, they come to Springfield, they go to Washington, D.C., we talk as one voice so we can really share the needs and the wants of the Quad City community and the direction that we would hope that our legislators move in.
Things that we're advocating for here in Springfield is for a better business climate in the Illinois Quad Cities, and there are a couple of very important things to us at this point. One is making sure that we stay competitive with the Iowa side as it relates to income tax policy as well as the minimum wage. And I've been very impressed so far as to how the legislators have been open to our message, and hopefully will act upon it appropriately.
Overall, the takeaway for me is just most of us truly don't know how much work our legislators and our leaders put into what they're doing, and we don't understand very well how the process works, and coming down here and getting to see what they do and sitting in on the chambers. I've gone in when I've had a chance to do that. It helps me be more appreciative of what our state has to offer and what they're doing down here, and to learn that we need to be even more positive and support them in any way that we can.
It's important for young professionals in any community to be involved with lobbying efforts and leadership efforts within that community. But the Quad Cities in particular is the type of place where the input of young professionals really makes a difference, because the community is growing and changing so rapidly all the time. There are lots of things that are being done in Springfield by the people who represent the Quad Cities area, as well as the rest of the legislature and the governor's office, that really can make that difference as the Quad Cities continues to grow and young professionals continue to grow in their own careers, buy homes, establish families, and really put down roots in the Quad Cities. So this is definitely a great experience. It's very enlightening, and it's something where our voices need to be heard, and I'm very happy to be able to be here and provide that voice.
I think these have been tremendously worthwhile trips. It started almost 20 years ago, and it's been an exercise. Maybe the most important thing is what happens before the trips, and that's getting all the players together, setting an agenda, and coming up with a list that's common in terms of priorities and that sort of thing. So early on, we made a lot of trips down, shook a lot of hands, and didn't seem to be getting anywhere. But as finances became available and capital bills were passed and so on, a lot of things were able to happen. A small part, I believe, that had to do with coming down and presenting a unified front, taking a group of 20 to 40 people in, and visiting with the legislators, letting them see what people from Western Illinois look like.
Yeah, I come down to work with the chamber, make sure that the chamber has one voice here in Springfield. Currently, we've been working a lot with the Rock Island Arsenal to try to make sure, same thing, we have one mission, one voice, and to make sure that our legislators are educated about everything that goes on in Rock Island, so we help to try to grow Rock Island and protect it from a possible shutdown there.
I'm really pleased to have come along with the Chamber on this trip to the State House in Springfield. While we have a lot of issues in healthcare that don't exactly correspond with the local issues that the Chamber has, our participation with this trip, along with the Chamber, I think is really important as one of the largest employers in the Quad Cities. And again, with a time with so much dramatic change in healthcare, it's very important that we get here, tell our story, and how our healthcare issues fit in with the rest of the important issues that the Chamber delegation brought this time, I think is really critical.